think there's a lot of aspects to it that give Dragon Ball Z its longevity and popularity. The artwork, it's both classic, but holds up. You know, it's still good. So there's like nostalgia and popular culture in there as well. You can never go wrong with soap opera storylines. So I'm a big wrestling fan, so sports entertainment, whatever. So I think that, and then we took something that was from Japan and made it American, so that it's kind of like its own thing over here, as well as being a part of something that already was on a big scale. So I think it's so broad in itself that it's got no choice but to be huge. My name is Josh Martin, and I voice Fat Boo and Kid Boo. Majin Buu's character is a cute, evil villain. He's misunderstood, and he misunderstands. And he wreaks havoc. But it's not really from an evil mindset. It's more, he's just hungry. He just wants candy. And he's gonna have to turn a city into it. But later on, we find out that there is some real evilness in him. And then there's a whole bunch of other morphs and separations, and, you know, I think my favorite thing about my character is that he's cute and just a POS. You know, just horrible. But he's cute. I like the irony and the contrast of those two things. You know, like you have the red puppet characters that are cute, and, you know, teach you letters and sing you songs and stuff. And then you have, you know, your evil villains in other ways. And then you just mesh those two and they work so horribly perfect, I think. I don't know. I dig it.
I'm getting a terrible feeling.
Hey, look! Something's forming!
I'm beginning to detect.
My favorite scene with Boo is when he builds his house. He turns an entire city into candy, eats them, then spits them out as clay and makes his own house. And then he proceeds to get cleaned up and take a bath, and there's a questionable scene with him brushing his teeth and doing other things you do in the facilities. But yeah, I think that's like the total embodiment of what Boo is. Cute and maybe not someone you want to take around to your parents' house, ever.
What is he doing? No, not the people!
What Boo want for eat? Oh, Boo eat too much cake. Oh, yes.
I had heard of it because I worked with Mike McFarlane in a comedy troupe, and so I was familiar with the program. I kind of missed the being a big fan of it when I was younger, but he brought Chris Sabat to a show and heard me do a thing, and they had me come in and audition, and here I am. My audition experience for Majin Buu was, I guess probably my preliminary audition was an informal one in my comedy troupe. And I did a character called the Pillsbury Homeboy. No copyright infringement meant. And he was just a gangster rapping Pillsbury Doughboy. And basically the same kind of voice. So they thought, oh, come in and read for this. And so I came in. It was Chris Sabat and a couple of other people that I don't remember, honestly. I probably should, but anyway. So I just read some scripts, and they called me back, and I was recording it. I didn't even really, it was about as big as this office, the whole company. The recording booth, the engineer table was also accounting and HR. I'm kidding.
Oh, sir, are you all right? Have you been injured at all? Boo Lake! Boo Lake! Boo Lake! Boo Lake! Welcome to our store, sir. Can I help you get anything today, sir? Want all! Huh. You want all? I don't...
I'd recorded some things in studios before with music and other things like that, but I'd never done like full-on cartoon voiceover work. I'd done a couple of like 2-word commercials, whereas a bit part, so I don't even count it. But yeah, when you get in and start having to record the English and match it to what's already been drawn, I can see where that's a totally different experience than having someone draw it to your voice. It's weird, but I dig it. It was never intimidating, really, to get in and record the voices or get direction. I like direction. I've always played sports, had coaches, and I understand and appreciate the part of the coach/director to help you get to a place that you didn't necessarily know you could get or didn't necessarily know you needed to go. I did not have any expectations about how big Dragon Ball Z would be when I auditioned, when I started recording. I just thought, recording cartoons, how cool, I'm doing this. So I had no idea. I was clueless. Still am a little bit. I guess the first time that I realized that Dragon Ball Z was a big deal was when I went on the Dragon Ball Z card game tour to all the conventions and comic book stores, and it's just crazy. I had no idea until then.
Would you quit playing around like a child and get me to West City?
Okay!
What happened? Why did you stop?
Hi.
Chris Sabat. I mean, without Chris Sabat, there is no Dragon Ball Z, if I may be so bold. But seriously, I mean, he's an awesome guy, and talking about the director part, he directed me in all of that, and it was just always a cool experience because it was fun. You do it, have a good time. Funimation in the early days were dirt floors. A lot of bread and water. Actually, there was no, still is no waiting room for the talent, is there? Got to do something about that. It was small. It was in a bank building on the 3rd floor, was it? It's been so long, I forgot now. But yeah, there's one lady who used her cell phone to call the handful of actors that worked, you know. Can you do this? No? Okay, hold on. No text, you know. Back in my day, you had to send smoke signals. It was very small, but everybody, I mean, it's still the same kind of atmosphere it was, you know. Everybody close and friendly. Pranks? I can't think of any pranks that I was involved in, honestly. Yeah, see, I usually just come in the booth, knocked it out, and get out. Yeah, I know these guys up here. They can get a little crazy. Probably any pranks I did were on the mic, in the booth, that were hopefully erased. The easiest thing to do is the dialogue with Boo. It's harder for me to continually, although in the early times it was more just next time, watch Boo say, Boo! And that was it, or it was just, that's all I did. So I'd have to, took a while. Screaming and reactions take the toll on my voice more. Doing the high voice just stretches my vocal cords, and then after that I sound like I could do Barry White. Hey, baby. I've never lost my voice doing a recording. Tore it up pretty bad, where just afterwards you just don't want to say anything. But that, and I can't remember anything specifically, but it's mostly, and I'm sure Dragon Ball Z fans will be familiar with the 20-minute long episode that is just reactions. You should see if you ever can. I think it would be great to release an actual recording script with all of the abbreviation directions, M&S, OM. Sometimes they contradict themselves as well, and you're like, oh, okay, how do I keep my mouth open and clench my teeth and scream for 3 minutes? Really? 3? Hold on. And that's how it is. And you just, okay, that was good. You know what? We clipped it. We're gonna have to do it. No, you get one take. No, kidding. Over and over again. I never got the Kamehameha, though. The kids were always like, hey, can you do the Kamehameha? I guess. I don't remember ever doing it before, but sure. That seems to be the most popular question from kids, from fans. Does that show my age? Or did this give it away?
You teach me lots of good things, but Boo think it's time Bobbity go! Bye, bye, bye!
One of the most odd questions I've been asked from a fan about Majin Buu was, he asked me if I would talk in Majin Buu's voice and look for my car in a parking garage. Can you talk like Majin Buu and look for your car in a parking garage? It's like, sure. I don't really remember what I said or whatever, but it was just odd, and he loved it, and I mean, it was like I gave him a birthday cake or something. It was funny.
Oh, where's my car? Where did I put it? It's gotta be here somewhere. What if I just turned into chocolate.
I have never seen anyone cosplay my character, but I think that they should. Probably Kid Buu would be the easiest one. Although I don't know if there's not many kids that are ripped, just blast. Love cosplay, definitely. And somebody should do Boo. Anyone who's up for it, please let me know. But I think one of the weirdest fan things from a con was in line. This girl came up with her mom. She was about 12 or whatever. She was very shy, and she said, actually, I'm sorry, she went through the line several times. Several times, and each one she got a little more brave until finally she said, "Well, will you write a Majin sign on my forehead?" Sure, no problem. And I did, and I thought, okay, she's got her thing. Nope. She went around in line until she was the only line. She was the line, she just stood there. Not saying that uncomfortable, yeah. No offense. It was just, you're like, anything else I can? Oh, nope, there isn't anyone in the line. Anyway, no, we still got more time. So that was probably, and I know Chris Sabat. You should ask Chris Sabat for some con stories. I'm sure him, Eric Bale, Kyle Hebert.
Hey, somebody's fighting with Majin Buu. Who is it? I don't know, but he's my new best friend. You take that fat tub of lard down.
Ow, 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 ow! What are you doing? Boo!
What's up? I hope you're enjoying the remastered Blu-ray version of Dragon Ball Z. I enjoyed doing it for you. Please keep watching, keep buying, keep emailing, texting, doing all that stuff. Keep it going. I mean, it's been this long now. Why stop, huh?
Because if you don't,